South Africa is preparing for the annual World Economic Forum in Davos next week, and Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana says the government plans to use the event to strengthen its global influence and attract much-needed investment. President Cyril Ramaphosa will lead the SA delegation and faces the tough task of balancing optimism with the reality of a struggling domestic economy, while aiming to attract the attention of a global audience amid fierce competition for investment. Richemont has reported a 10% rise in sales for the third quarter, putting the figure at a record high of 6.2 billion euros. That's as the luxury goods group benefited from double-digit growth in the Americas, Europe, Middle East and Africa and Japan. The results have fueled hopes that the luxury sector could be coming out of its recent downturn. The industry has been grappling with its lowest sales growth in years as shoppers, beaten down by economic uncertainty and high prices, have cut back on discretionary spending. Richemont declines to comment on its future outlook. PPC has signed a memorandum of agreement for a new 3 billion rand best-in-class integrated cement plant in the Western Cape. This follows the creation of a strategic cooperation agreement between PPC and Sonoma. The two firms believe the new plant will provide an enhanced value proposition to both existing and new customers across the Western Cape, Eastern and Northern Cape regions. The plant is expected to produce 1.5 million tons of cement per year. PPC's board must approve the move, and should the project be greenlit, construction of the new plant will start in the second quarter and commissioning will take place by the end of 2026. Sirius Real Estate has raised 350 million euros in a senior unsecured corporate bond issuance. The bond matures in 2032 and carries a coupon of 4%. It's expected to be rated BBB by Fitch. The issuance was about 5 times oversubscribed. Sirius says this shows clear support from investors for the company and its strategy. The proceeds will mostly be used for refinancing existing debt, but some funds will also be used for acquisitions. BHP and Lundin Mining have completed the acquisition of Toronto-listed Philo Corp. The firms have also formed a joint venture to progress the Philo del Sol and Josemaria projects. At the time of announcing the deal in July 2024, BHP CEO Mike Henry said the JV would create a long-term partnership between BHP and Lundin Mining to jointly develop an emerging copper district with world-class potential. In international news, TikTok is set to suspend its U.S. operations this Sunday, affecting 170 million American users unless a last-minute exemption is granted to override the impending federal ban. Here's more detail in this package report.
TikTok is getting ready to shut its US operations on Sunday when a federal ban is set to take effect. That's according to Reuters sources. A law signed in April mandates the ban unless Chinese owner ByteDance divests US operations for the social media platform. Policymakers in Washington say the app is a threat to national security because of its vast troves of data on 170 million American users. That's something the firm has always denied. Now, users who already have the app could theoretically still use TikTok after the ban. However, the law also bars US companies from providing services to distribute, maintain or update it. Donald Trump could yet have a say in the matter, though.
I have a warm spot in my heart for TikTok because I won youth by 34 points.
The president-elect is due to be sworn in a day after the ban takes effect. The Washington Post says he is considering issuing an executive order to suspend a shutdown for 60 to 90 days. There was no immediate comment from the Trump transition team, and the man himself has said he should have time after taking office to pursue a resolution to the issue. Speaking on Fox News, incoming National Security Advisor Mike Waltz called TikTok a fantastic platform. He said the new administration would find a way to preserve it while also protecting people's data. A White House spokesman said President Joe Biden had no plans to intervene in the matter during his final days in office. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court is weighing an appeal from ByteDance, but legal experts say justices look minded to uphold the ban. The Reuters sources say TikTok will allow US users to download all their data before the app goes offline there. But users around the world could also face a shutdown, with the app reliant on hundreds of data service providers located within the United States, who soon won't be able to work with it.
And Apple has lost its top spot as China's biggest smartphone seller for 2024, with the local rivals Vivo and Huawei overtaking the iPhone maker after its annual shipments in the country declined 17%. Let's take a look.
Apple has been dethroned as the top smartphone seller in China. Figures from research firm Canalys on Thursday showed it was overtaken by local rivals in 2024. Apple's market share declined to 15%, with iPhone sales down by a quarter over the final 3 months of the year. It was the firm's worst ever annual sales decline in the country and comes amid multiple headwinds. Analysts say the lack of AI on its latest models is one big factor. In the US, it offers handsets featuring so-called Apple Intelligence, but that integrates ChatGPT, which isn't approved for use in China. Competition is also steadily mounting, with Chinese brand Vivo now the market leader on a 17% share. Huawei was just behind on 16%. The firm has rapidly gained ground after returning to the high-end phone market with models powered by local chips. Meanwhile, Apple has sought to fight back with rare discounts. Earlier this month, it offered close to $70 off some iPhones bought through its own channels. Major Chinese e-commerce platforms then followed suit with price cuts of their own. Alibaba's Tmall announced discounts of up to $137. Researchers at Canalys say Apple is also making other moves, including beefing up trade-in options and expanding interest-free payment plans. But Thursday's numbers suggest the firm faces a big battle retaking the lead in one of its most important markets.